Hi. I'm not so great with videos and everything, and this video already looks like it's being filmed inside of like a cereal box. But I'm just gonna try to explain some stuff, I guess. So, yeah, I know that lately I've been acting really odd and like I don't care, and I'll be happy one second and then really sad the next, and I don't know, I just haven't really been thinking about you enough, and that's really not okay because you're important. You're so important. You're just not allowed to think otherwise. And I'm sorry that I've made you feel like you aren't being good enough or like you aren't doing anything good, because in reality, you have probably been the best person I've ever met. You deserve to think that too. And I know how hard it is to think that you're the greatest person ever, because like when you say I'm perfect, I just don't see how you think that. But anyways, that's not important. What's important is you. So yeah, I'm gonna try to explain some things and maybe hopefully get you to understand why I'm being like this. So let's get started. Okay, so I remember the day that we met. I was in my car and I was pretty down, not quite happy, not the happiest Neely ever, but like just sitting there kind of looking at my project, wondering what the point of doing that project was, because it's gonna die anyways, right? I don't know, I was just sitting there, my mom got out and she was talking to Anna's mom, and she just left me there alone, and I felt pretty awful. And then all the square one people started coming down, and I kind of ducked. I hid from Katie, and then after a while, I just was like, I gave up. So I sat back up, and I saw you, and I was like, SOS. And I was like, ah, and you were like, what? And you looked really confused, and you kind of walked away, and I was like, you're a freaking idiot. She probably doesn't know sign language. And so I just kind of sat there, and I was like, okay, well, there goes my last hope. And and then all the stuff with us had happened too, and I felt kind of awful about all that, and I really wanted to fix that, of course. So I just kind of sat there for a while, and then you came over and you knocked on my door, and I was like, "What you want?" And then I opened my door, and I was like, I'm sorry, and you just held me, you just pulled me close, and that was probably the greatest things anyone has ever done for me. And I know a hug doesn't really seem all that important, but I think that kind of saved my life in a way. And I know that probably seems extremely dramatic, but it's quite true. And literally, people I've told about you can vouch for me. Everyone just thinks you're incredible, but I'll get to that later. So I suppose we just kept talking, and everything got better, and we became closer friends. And then I went to your house for the sleepover, and it was extremely awkward. And I was like, oh no, what are we doing? We went to the park and chilled with your siblings, and you just kind of showed me that life is indeed worth living. I remember I started crying at that park, and I didn't want to tell you. You just kind of hugged me, and you said the stars are really pretty. And I was like, what? And I kind of looked up, and I was like, whoa, this is incredible. Like, this is the world I've been trying to find. And see, no one really understands or can really relate to how being sad feels. Like, feel like, oh, just get over it. You can just get over it. Like, you have no reason to be sad. You have a perfectly good life. And it's like, yes, I have a perfectly good life, but it doesn't prevent this from happening, And you were one of those few people that actually got that. I don't think I've really met anyone else that can really, relate. I mean, maybe they can relate, but they didn't really do anything for me. And I know that, I haven't really been doing much for you, but, I'm gonna start trying. But, again, I'll get to that later, I'm getting sidetracked, but, I suppose we just became closer. We had the day at the pet store when I was extremely sick, and I think I was kind of drugged that day, too, because I was, clinging to you and stuff, but I just remember you were holding that orange cat or whatever, and I was like, whoa, she is really cute. And that's kind of why I hugged you, too. I think because, I had such a hard time finding a good person in my life after Katie. Everyone just seemed kind of bad in their own way. There were even things about, Ashley I couldn't really, enjoy anymore, because I was scared that those small things were going to become, as bad as Katie was. But with you, I found that I couldn't find anything bad. Trust me, I was terrified to trust you. I was petrified. I was out of my mind afraid. But I guess I just kind of made myself think, no, this person's different. She's not like everyone else, and, it's kind of what I learned. Because everyone else, they're all kind of thinking about their own thing. But you're different. You just take your time out. You take time out of your day to help everybody, and you kind of put everyone else before you. And I just really think that's incredible. I don't know. It's like the months passed and time went by. I kind of realized I felt something different for you. Like, I didn't want to admit it was a crush. I didn't want to be like, I'm in love. I didn't want to do that. I really didn't, because that had kind of ruined everything with Katie, and like as bad as a person she was, I didn't want to ruin anything else, you know? So I guess I just told myself, maybe I'm just happy I have a best friend, I don't know. But then when he went to Idaho for that month, there was definitely something there. Because I found myself not just missing your presence, but like missing you being there with me. And I mean, yes, it's normal if your friend goes to like another country, I meant state or country or universe or whatever, you're gonna miss them. It's not like that, but it was like deeper than that. I don't know. I guess I just really wanted to hug you all the time, and like whenever I thought about you, like I would like start like blushing and like wanting to hug everything in sight, and my stomach would do like that flippy over thingy like Phil said. And I don't know, you just made my heart so happy. You still do, but I mean like even then. So yeah, time just went on, and I guess I eventually told you, even though I was literally almost throwing up. I was so scared. But you said you kind of liked me back, but like at first, cause like the aftermath of Katie just kind of made me feel like, okay, if someone says that they care, they don't actually care, because she had said she cared, and then later she told me she didn't. So I think that's kind of why I always get like, are you sure you actually like me? And like, are you sure you want to be with me? Because I'm so used to driving people away and like hurting everyone. I don't want you to go too. But anyway, at first I thought it was kind of out of pity because I'd lost so much and you knew that. And I didn't quite know if you were being legit or anything, but I guess you just kind of convinced me. And so then we had the day at your house again, the park day and all that. And we just took weird ass pictures and were weird in general. I don't know. And I don't know, I guess things just got kind of better, you know? And we went for walks a lot, and we held hands, and I remember I was scared that you weren't gonna like want to do anything. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I was scared that you're gonna think I was being creepy or something. So for you to take the initiative and like hold my hand all those times, that was really important to me. Yeah, and I guess I kissed you too. Not exactly the greatest kisser ever, but I thought it was pretty great. Anyways, so I fell for you hard. I mean, I'd already fallen for you, but it was like, instead of just falling down one stair, I fell down the entire flight of stairs for you. Like, it was that big. And so, yeah, we just kept doing that, and you were being adorable all the time. You still are, but I mean, like, even then you were still adorable all the time. Then we had the concert, and everything was incredibly grand, and you were so sweet, and you were a bit wary, and that's okay. That's okay. I don't expect you to be as upfront about everything, because you've lost a lot more than I have. Like, I don't know. I don't expect you to like go out of your way completely for me or anything. I don't need that. I just need you, I guess. Okay, so the concert was great, and you know, making out with you for like an hour was pretty great too. And I don't know, you're so sweet. I don't know, just you caring for me it was and is really a big deal to me. After you left, I really missed you. And the day before I went to camp for Big Bear, we were texting, and you were being immensely cute, and I still have the text you sent me, that made me like ask you out in the first place. I sent it to Faith because I thought it was really cute, and Faith was totally on board with this whole thing, and so yeah. But anyways, so I guess I just kind of asked you out, and I don't really know how I had the bravery to do that. I remember I was so terrified, and you didn't really give me an answer at first either, so I was like freaking out. I was like, she doesn't like me, oh my god. But then you did give me an answer. So that was great. And then like next few weeks were perfect harmony, and then I started overthinking things, because that's kind of what I do best sometimes. But we resolved that, and that was okay. And I mean, it took some time, but we were really close for quite a while. And I'm not saying that we're not close now, just I'll get there. I was really happy for a bit. It's not your fault. Okay, it was school. It was definitely school. If you remember the first really bad, I guess it was midday, because I remember us sitting on the hill and that was pretty bad. But it was like midday and I was just really upset about school and everything, and I don't know, and you just were there for me. And it kept getting progressively worse. Like I kept getting worse every day, but I didn't really want to tell you. And so when like Christian came along and everything, I think the reason that I was so OCD about him or something was just because, like, I think I was just so desperate for someone at my school to care about me that I just kind of got lost in that caring, and I kind of forgot for a while how much, like, I cared about you. But then, I found my way, and he tried to make out with me, and I was like, ew, disgusting. And I was like, no, Sarah's a really good kisser. not Christian. Christian's a shit kisser. You can go die in hole. But he's dating some other random person now, so that's fine. Yeah, I tried really hard to not, like, worry you, I guess, because I've, like, worried enough people before, I guess. So, yeah, with, like, everything that's happened lately, I guess it's just been progressively getting harder for me to, like, do this by myself. So maybe that's why I keep asking for your help and keep getting worse and stuff. But yeah, you've been grand. Okay, and I know I've been kind of terribly horrible lately, but there are just, I don't know, I'm not so great with, like, okay, think of the way I'm feeling right now as writer's block. The happiness is there, I just can't, like, I know the happiness is there, I know that, like, feeling like a normal person is totally there, I just can't do it. Like I know it's there and it's frustrating. It's like when you have writer's block and you know there's something so great that you could say, but you just can't put it into words. You just can't, like, express it and put out how you're trying to feel, or, like, you just can't think of a good new idea. And I guess that's the way I feel. Like, I mean, not with you, but, like, with, like, being happy and everything. Like, it's there. It's definitely there. I just can't, like, process it and put it into, like, a thing. I don't know. And it doesn't really help that lately I've kind of, like, lost touch of who I am too. Like, I don't know, it's weird. Like, everything about me personality-wise just kind of feels numb and gone. And I don't feel like me, really. Unless I'm around people, but, like, when I'm with myself, or, like, you're not there or something, I don't know, it's just kind of the worst, because if you compare, like, the way we've talked June or something, or July, compared to now, it's, like, insanely different, I guess. And it's partly because I'm not really being the greatest girlfriend ever. Sarah, I love you so much that the stars in the sky cannot even come close to how much I love you, and I know that words kind of are just pointless at this point, because I've said a lot of stupid things lately, I really have, but I've said, like, some stuff that I probably shouldn't have to you or anything. Sorry. Like, the stars in the sky can't come close to how much I love you, like, the amount-wise and everything. Like, I don't freaking know. You've just done so much for me. You're fantastic. So much that I'm, like, getting emotional right now. Yeah, so you're great. We've had our rough patches. I mean, who hasn't? Really, there's no perfect relationship. No matter how badly we want this whole thing to be perfect, it just won't. Because love takes sacrifice, it really does. And we're young, neither of us really know what we're doing. We're both like, oh, we both know that we care about each other and love each other, and, like, I know we know, and there's probably more to love than that. I mean, I know there's more to love than that because I feel it, but I just love you so much that, like, I love you more than the amount of grains of sand on the freaking earth. And there's, like, sand underground, not just on the beach. There's, like, sand in the ocean, and there's sand underground. Think of how big that number must be. I love you more than that. I love you so much more than that. I love you more than the stars in the sky and the teaspoons in the water and all that. I just physically and mentally cannot lose you. You really keep me sane. You really do. I know I'm 14 years old, and I might not really know what love is. And that's okay. I have time to learn. We have time to learn. We can't, I just can't lose you. I really can't. You're my everything. You truly are. You have to know that, okay? You have to know that I care about you. You really do, because like I've said, caring is so hard for me to do sometimes. Not caring, but I mean like expressing caring is really hard for me to do. So you'll just have to take my word for it. You've kept me sane since that day in the car, and you really continue to. I have awful nights, really, I do. I have nightmares. Everything kind of terrifies me, but like, you're always there. And I know I sound like an overdramatic teenage girl, but you know what? That's what I am, so deal with it. It's just so important to me. You really are. You've just been incredible. You're beautiful. You're so beautiful. Like, I don't mean just in appearance, because like you could look like anybody and I'd still love you. Just because you're you, and you is what's important to me. If you were a guy, I'd probably still be in love with you. I would literally love you in any form. You could be a freaking unicorn. I'd still love you. I know something's wrong. I'm not really stupid. I'm not saying that like, I know I sound like Katie when I say I'm not stupid, what's your problem? But like, I know, Sarah, I know something's wrong. I know you're not telling me incredibly the entire truth. I know you're at least scratching the surface and at least giving me maybe the important details, but Sarah, I know something's wrong. And I really need you to tell me so that I can help you through this, okay? We can get through it together. You don't have to be alone. Remember at your house when you were crying and you said you didn't want to lose me, and I said you wouldn't be alone again. I mean that. You won't be alone again. I won't let you be alone again. I really won't. You don't deserve to have to fight alone. You deserve so much more than words to me. I can't even put it into words. It's too much of a complex idea to explain to you. I could compare it to a million things, but nothing is quite as strong as the way I actually feel. And I just hope that someday you'll maybe understand that. And that's all I could hope for, because, oh Sarah, I'd be lost without you. I really would. I'd be so lost without you. I wouldn't be me. I quite honestly probably wouldn't be alive. And I know that's not fun to think about, but it's really true. If I were alive, I wouldn't have a purpose without you. Like, just be living for the sake of living and not for the sake of the fact that the world's like freaking amazing. And you're the one who showed me that. You're the one who showed me that the beauty of rain falling on the ground and sun glowing in the sky and all that. And I know that a lot of this is just like repeat of what I've already told you, but I just want you to know, okay? That's all I could really ever ask for. So yeah, the idea of me loving you is really so complex of an idea, but think of it, think of the sun, and think of the world and the moon and the sun and the stars and basically the entire universe. You still wouldn't quite understand just how much I love you. I don't need anyone else, nor want anyone else, because I already have everything I've already needed in this place, and that's you. Okay, you're the one I need, you're the one I freaking love. Okay, and I would just freaking hug you until you believe that, but since I can't hug you for a few more months, I just want you to hang on to the hope and the truth that I'm telling you right now, because you're important. Okay? You're so important. I know you have our doubts about us and like about what you want to do and everything, but that's totally okay. Because everyone has doubts. I have doubts. I have so many doubts. Not necessarily about you, just about like everything. I've already told you that though. You don't have to worry. Okay, I'm telling you, you don't have to worry, because I love you more than I could ever love anything in the past or the present or the future. You're my everything. And I say sappy stuff like this all the time, but you are my galaxy of stars, honey. You really are. Babe, you're so important, okay? I'm not just saying you're important because I see you as a therapist or like a vent or anything. Or like a wall. I don't see you like that. I don't see you as an emotionalist person either. You have so much like feeling in you and everything, and it's so incredible to see, but yet so painful to watch, because I hate that I'm hurting you and I'm not trying to. It's just kind of happening, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm hurting you. I'm really not trying to. I just want us to be okay, and I want you to be okay. More than us, I want you to be okay. You're important. You see this earth? My earth rotates because you're in it. Yes, my freaking world has purpose because you're in it. You're also the moon. You truly are. You are the moon. You are also sunshine in the sense that you reflect off the moon and show brightness in the darkest night. And you're the stars in the fact that you just glow so brightly and spread happiness everywhere you go. And oh, Sarah, you say that you shouldn't be my hope, but honey, you are my hope. You've been my hope for months. And I'm not saying I replaced you with some other hope I had. I didn't have any. You showed me what hope is. You showed me what love is. You showed me what being loved feels like. Being loved by you is quite honestly the greatest thing I've ever experienced, and I wouldn't ask for it any other way. And I know I'm over dramatic and over emotional and really emotional, but like, I truly mean all of this, okay? You're important, and I'm like crying right now, but you know, why wouldn't I? I love you so much that it brings me to tears. I just need you to see how incredibly beautiful you are. Your eyes are so freaking gorgeous. And you know, your personality is just gorgeous, and your face is so cute. And I just want to hold your hand all the time and hug you and kiss you and just... I miss you. Yes, of course I miss you. Why wouldn't I miss you? But I don't need you to be here. Like, you don't have to be here for me to love you. You could be in another freaking galaxy or universe or whatever, and I'd still love you. The same, if not more. Honey, you just make my world turn. You really do. Look, it's my world turning because of you, the moon. Just remember that you're important, and that I love you, and that you're beautiful, and that you can tell me anything. And I know a lot has changed since we first talked. And honestly, we used to be a lot more open with each other, and we are now, and that's okay. Things aren't always going to stay the same, but something that's never going to change is that I will always be here for you. Literally, if you kill someone, I will help you hide the body. And if you make a mistake, I'll do anything to help you cover up your tracks and help you sort it out and fix it. And I'm here for advice. I'm not that great with it anymore, but you know, you're important, and I love you. And I hope that you'll see some truth in this, even though I know it's kind of hard to discern the truth for me anymore, but I mean it. I mean it when I say I love you. I love you more than anything. I really do. You're my world, Sarah. And Tara would definitely vouch for me because I really care about you, and I tell her all the time how much I care about you. And honey, I can sense the darkness in what you're saying, and I just want you to be okay. You don't deserve pain. You don't deserve to feel unloved, and you don't deserve to feel alone. And if anyone's hurting you, I swear to God I will fight them. And yeah, I'm here for you, okay? And I know everyone says they're there for you, but I really am, okay? You aren't hurting me by telling me things. What's hurting me more is knowing that you're hurting and that you aren't saying anything. And I really don't want you to feel like you have to do this alone because, honey, I'm your teammate. I'm your biggest fan, and I don't know, I just love you. I love you so much. Please believe me when I say I love you, because I love you. Again, like for the third time, you're my world, my moon, and my stars. Ow. And I don't know, you make me happy, okay? So don't think otherwise. I love you. I love you so much. Okay? Say it with me. You are beautiful. You are important. You are valid. You are perfect. You are so perfect. I love you so much. Okay, bye.